Media and government are really supposed to be very separate, but in some cases end up being tied together. And I have to say, I've been doing business news for a really long time. I started at Dow Jones in '94. And I don't remember ever talking about government the way I've been talking about it now. And that is, there is so much correlation between what's going on in the government and Wall Street and us. And this is why, I think it's because of all the policies that we've been seeing, because of the economic crisis that we went through, the financial crisis, you had tech bubbles, you had, housing. And what happens is with each policy that comes out of Washington, regardless if it's Democrat or Republican, then in turn affects companies. And when the companies are moving, the stock market moves, and then our 401ks and IRAs are then moved. So just over the last 24 hours, and I didn't read into it enough to be able to comment on it, but I'm well aware of the fact there's a whole thing about contraception and the Obama administration, and then who's going to pay for contraception, and should it be the insurers, and what happens to businesses. So now, when I get back, the first thing I'm going to be doing are covering those insurance stocks. Aetna, Cigna, Humana, Coventry. What's going to happen? So to answer the question, it's that with each policy, those policies then affect companies, which then in turn affect all of us. And that is why I'm finding a lot of correlation between media and government. Because you don't have a choice, right? Yes.
How are you invested?
How am I? That's a great question. How am I invested? Well, that's an easy question, because as a person of the media, I sign a contract about a lot of things, and one of the things on there is that if I am to buy equities, let's say I were to buy Apple or something, I have to hold on to it for 6 months. Because I'm privy to all kinds of information, mergers and acquisitions, right? And what's going to go up, what's going to go down. Sometimes we get press releases, we get news embargoed. So just to keep my life easy, I just do the S&P 500. So I can get a gauge of broad-based. I do broad-based, mutual funds and indices overall, because I feel like you get the general market of that. And then I have too many things to worry about, and I don't want to worry about if I bought this 6 months ago. I'm overwhelmed with everything else. So I just buy the broad market overall and take my chances.
Well, thank you so much. What a great speaker. Thank you so much for being with us.
Okay, sure.
It's always a joy for everybody in Leadership 100 to see our people from our young generation succeed in prominence in the American fabric. It's a double joy when, after they have reached their level of success, they continue committed to the church and to our traditions. In recognition of the fact that you have achieved high prominence in the broadcasting industry, and in recognition of the fact that your commitment to the church remains unabated, and that you represent truly the Hellenic ideal, on behalf of Leadership 100, I would like to present to you our highest award, our Award of Excellence. Thank you.
All right, picture time. I get in the middle. Gus. Thank you so much.
Got it?
Second.